I don't know what that noise was. I thought I just heard someone shout something. And this was me. Right, okay, listen carefully, people who are watching this video. Put your headphones on if you haven't got them on already. And let me know if you heard anything just a few seconds before, as I'm speaking here. Go back about 10-15 seconds. It sounded like somebody just shouted something. Like, I might be wrong, it might mean something else, but it stopped us there for a minute because I heard it, but I didn't hear anyone say it. I mean, I didn't hear what they said if it wasn't. I definitely heard someone though, or something. Good evening and welcome to tonight's video. I'm out here in pitch black darkness and it's a freezing cold night. It's colder than I thought it was going to be actually. When I got out the door I thought, bloody hell, I didn't think it was this cold. But anyway, I'm right here at this spot on the old mineral line just up from Moncton Cokeworks site where it used to be. And this is the exact spot where me and somebody called Chris did a little video a while back. But since we were there, here rather, there's a slight change. They've actually reinstalled a metal barrier because there was unfortunately there was a fatal accident here a year or two ago. Someone on a quad bike, very sadly, he mustn't have seen the barrier and he hit it in the dark. But I don't know if he had his lights on. I don't know if he did or he didn't, but if he did have the lights on, I thought he might have seen it, but you never know. Maybe he forgot to switch them on, I don't know. Or he could have, his battery for his lights might have been on the fritz, I don't know. Anyway, this is the spot where it happened. And I'm just going to show you this barrier here, because this wasn't here last time when me and Chris were here. I'm surprised they've put this back, because it can be dangerous, you know. Like the poor guy that was on the quad bike, you know, hit the barrier. It wasn't the same one, but it was right here at this exact spot. So I'm surprised they put it back. But the only reason I can think of why they put it back is maybe they don't want cars driving down this path for some reason. Because obviously people could get run over, I guess, and stuff like that. But I don't know why people would want to drive down this path in the first place. In a car, that is. Yeah, bikes, but not cars. So here is the new barrier. It's actually a gate. It opens up. It's got a lock on it, I believe, at this side here. As you can probably see here, you should be able to see. Yeah, there's a lock there, I believe. I think there's a lock. Yeah, there's a lock. So yeah, so I didn't expect them to put another barrier here, because I thought they took it down in the name of safety, you know, so nobody else crashes into it in the dark on a bike or anything, you know. So I'm going to try and continue a bit further up this path that used to be a railway line for the coal trucks. They used to go through Moncton Cokeworks. I don't know if that's where they picked it up or delivered it to or what, but they used to go through here. And I could have sworn this bit last time, I may be wrong, but I could have sworn this bit wasn't fenced off, but it is now. But just a little bit further down there is like a pathway through the trees, where it's completely under the trees, like a path, like a tunnel through the trees, which is pretty good. But I'm not going through there at the minute. I'm going to continue up the path, because I'm actually on my bike. I've had to buy a new bike, so I'm on the bike at the minute because I'm having trouble walking because of me pain in my feet and stuff in other areas. So I had to get the bike to try and so I could get from A to B here and there, you know, because having trouble going out walking to places, as you may or may not already know. But I'm not used to this bike yet because, for one, I have a severe vertigo problem, so that you know, affects it as well, riding. And also, for some reason, my bike has really wide handlebars, like wider than on my old bike years ago, and that makes the steering like a bit tricky type of thing. What's that flashing? That's my camera. There's a flashing light somewhere. Oh, it's probably my backlight, I'm not sure. It's flashing off the trees here. Oh, it's my front light. What am I talking about? My front light's on, I forgot. I've got two lights on. Hang on, I'll turn the other one off. That's better. So anyway, I'm not going to stay here too much longer because I'm going to move to a different spot somewhere up there. But hopefully I'll be able to get a bit further up the path. It's very dark and spooky up here. You could run into anyone, literally. So I'm a bit, like I say, I'm a bit concerned. My front light conks out. The battery, it's rechargeable, but I don't think it's going to stay bright for that long. But I've got a spare one in my pocket, but it's not fully charged. Boy oh boy, am I prepared or what? I wasn't fully prepared, but I've also bought a couple of new lights to go on the front of the bike, so I hope they're a bit better than what I've got at present. Well, I just hope it doesn't start raining actually. That's me, because it's been raining earlier. There's lots of muddy puddles up here on the way up and stuff. Oh, let's turn the bike round, try to. Right, so I'm going to head up there. As you can see, it's extremely dark. There's no lights up here whatsoever on any of this path. It goes through fields and country sort of areas. Country, so you're out in the middle of the country basically. But it leads up to Pilo and Washington, and I don't know where it goes after that. But I'm not going that far. I might make it to Pilo, Wardley. I'll probably make it to Wardley, but maybe not Pilo, we'll see. Right, so I'm going to continue up the path. Oh, first of all, I'll just show you how wide these handlebars are, if you can see. I hope you can see on the night vision. I'll just show you. So there's the handlebars. Now I don't know if all mountain bikes have handlebars this wide these days. Well, this one certainly does. But hopefully I'll get a little bit more used to them, hopefully. See how it goes. Oh, and also, I just bought this bike a few days ago, right? And I'd only been on it like 3 times so far. And then I was outside a takeaway. I went into a takeaway to get some dinner. And I come out, I got back on the bike, and I moved about 2 foot forward on the path. And I heard this noise on the back wheel. I thought, oh shit, what's that? I looked down, got off, and he has airs gushing out my back tyre. So I got a puncture within no time. I'd only had the bike for like 3 or 4 days. It was my 3rd time on it, and I got a puncture straight away. I couldn't believe it. So hopefully I don't get a puncture up here, because I'll have a hell of a long way to walk back, and in the dark. So with no lights down this path either, so like I said. So anyway, I'm going to continue further up here and see what we'll find next. So I'll see you in a bit. Now I've just arrived at this bridge which goes across the metro lines. That's the Tyne and Wear Metro. For those of you who don't live in the northeast, the Tyne and Wear Metro is a train system that runs pretty much from South Shields up to Newcastle, and it goes to Sunderland as well, but it's on a different track. And it also, when it leaves Newcastle, some of them go to Whitley Bay and Tynemouth. And this bridge, I've been on here in the past. I did a few of my earlier investigations up here, actually near this bridge, and on the bridge as well. But I'm not doing them now, so I'm just purely out to make a little travel log, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just out to see what we're going to find along the way on this little trip out here in the dark, pitch black darkness. I don't know how many people come up here on their bike in the darkness, but I haven't passed a single person yet. But I was up here the other night, and I saw this really bright light coming towards us on the path. I'm thinking, what the hell's that? And it was like bobbing around like this, going up and down, side to side. I thought, as it was getting closer, I'm thinking, oh, it must be somebody with a torch, like. But it was really bright, like. You must have had a really good one, like. I could do one like that, actually. Anyway, he eventually passed us, and I just says, "You alright?" He says, yeah. So he's friendly, thank God. Because you don't want to run into any lunatics up here, you know, when you're by yourself in the dark type of thing. Not the best place to run into them. Not that any place is a good place to run into lunatics, but you know what I'm saying. When I say lunatics, I mean people that might be a bit hostile or something, you know. You don't want to run into them, especially if you haven't got any defense mechanisms on you, any weapons or anything, you know, even boxing gloves, you know. So anyway, but there's a lake just in front of us here, beyond these trees, a big lake, because this area up here used to be the quarry. I think it was Gateshead Quarry or Pilo Quarry, I forget what it's called. But I remember coming up here years ago with my mum and my brother, and there was a big lake then, but it's not the same one that's here now. The one that was here in the past, you would go up on like a big mountain bit. There was like a cliff top. It looked like a cliff top. It was a big drop off the end, and then there was deep water below. Now I heard some rumours that a lot of people either fell in there and drowned, or jumped in, or were swimming in the going into difficulty or something. I'm not sure what happened to them, but I heard a few people drowned in that big deep thing that was up here with the cliff top bit next to it in the quarry. I heard that did happen to a few people, unfortunately. Yeah, and there was like a little pond type lake thing in here as well, and there used to be loads of frogs, I remember. Yeah, I remember seeing a few frogs and stuff up there next to that one. It's a pity it's all gone in a way, but it's all just grass paths and trees now, basically. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to continue on up this very dark path, and I'll be with you in a bit, hopefully. Okay, I've just arrived up here next to this little, what do you call it, like a little gate thing for climbing through onto the footpath or something. The thing is, when I was riding past here, and the wind's picking up, unfortunately, so I hope you can hear us okay, because the wind messes with the mic, and sometimes it's hard to hear you talking if the wind's blowing on the mic, you know. Anyway, what I was going to say was, I was just riding past up this bit here, and just from over here, somewhere on this bit, I thought I heard somebody go, "Hey," or something like that. A bloke's voice, but I'm not sure. I mean, I heard something, but it made it stop, you know. So I had to check it out to see if there's anyone here, but it doesn't seem to be anyone here. It's like a deep voice, like, "Hey," like, "Hey." It wasn't a Franz or anything like, "Hey," it wasn't like that, you know. But nevertheless, it was a "hey." That's what it sounded like. Somebody speaking, I don't know. And I'm next to this sign here. You want me to see it on night vision, because night vision, the sign's a huge reflector basically, and when the infrared light hits it, it just reflects light, so you can't see the words on it. And I haven't got my torch out, so it's something about telling you how far it is to so and so place or something. I can't see it. The torch is in my pocket and it's freezing. I don't want to get it out. I've got my gloves on. It's incredibly difficult to get things out of your pocket when you've got the 2 pairs of gloves on. I'll tell you that much. Right. So anyway, I'm going to continue up here. It's pitch black. The sky is very dark. I mean, it's not one of them nights where the sky's lighting the area up a bit, you know. It's like totally pitch black. You can't see a thing. So it's a good job I've got my light. So I'll put my light on, see how bright it is. It's not the brightest, but it's certainly not bad. That's it. I've got an actual zoomable torch fixed onto the front of my bike for the minute till I get those new lights. So, and I'll see how those are when I get them. Now I'm seeing things. I thought there was something in front of my face there. That's because I've been looking at bright lights down there on my handlebars and stuff. And that light, my headlight, didn't show up as well as what it looks in person. It's a wide beam, so you can see the whole path. Anyway, I'm going to continue further up here, and I'll see you again soon, unless I get murdered on the way or something, which I'm hoping I don't. Anyway, let's get going. See you in a bit. Okay, so now I've just arrived at this other bridge here. I was going to say yet another bridge. I've been on 3, was it 2? No, 2 so far or something. But this one's interesting. A bit more interesting than the other one. It's changed a bit over the years, like. I'm not sure if this bridge has a name or anything, but it's interesting. Like, it goes across the railway again, obviously, but I'm just trying to walk across here with my bike at the minute. So this is basically Wardley now I've arrived at. And this bridge, I think, is next to some farms, I believe. And over the side of this wooden railing here, I have to be careful I don't drop the camera here, because I don't fancy climbing down there. Just over there is another side to the bridge. And down at the bottom there is another path. So I'm not quite sure why it's like this. It must be something to do with safety or something. Maybe they try to make it more safe by putting these wooden fences in the middle, either side. Because you've got like looks like a metal barrier on the other side, each side of the bridge, beyond the wooden fence type thing. So maybe, I think it just fixed it up. So I remember riding it over in the past, and it was like the like wooden planks that go across here were like all wobbly and shit and stuff. But now they seem a lot better, thank God, because you don't have to fall through the bridge, do you, and end up on the railway track. Well, I don't. So yeah, so we'll go across here, albeit rather slowly. But this is next to some farms, I think, because when you get onto the other side here, at least on the other night when I was here, I could smell like cow shit, basically. Lots of it, like really strong. I think it cleared me sinuses a bit, actually. I don't know if it's meant to do that, but I think that's what happened. Anyway, there was some sort of chemical reaction, I think, from the smell. It was so strong. I think I'm starting to smell it again, actually. I don't know if this bridge has any history of anything. I mean, I don't know if anything significant's happened here. Any accidents or anything, I don't know. I'm leaning behind me still on the bike now. This is not a comfortable position, I can assure you. So, right. So I'll continue up there into Wardley and probably turn off, see if I can get into next to Pilo metro station maybe. So I'm going to head on up there, and there's a red light approaching us or something. I don't know whether that's moving or not, but there's a red light suddenly flashing up there. I don't know what that is, unless it's just a car. Because I'm on a path here, it's not a road. So this is a road. I think there's a road off to the side up there. The light's not flashing now, but I can definitely smell that cow manure. That's for sure. God, blimey. That's really strong. As soon as you get to this side of the bridge, the manure smell just hits you in the face, like. It's like, slaps you in the face, you know. Like the smell of the manure, it's like, right in the face. Right in the nose, up the nostrils. I'm telling you, it's really strong, like. Big time. Right then. Oh my God, what's happened? I'm stuck. Hang on a minute. Oh, for some reason there, my bike wouldn't move. It felt like the back wheel was locked. I don't know what was going on there. Seems alright now, though. It was almost as if someone had a hold of the back of my bike or something. It was weird. I was thinking, what the hell's going on here? It won't move. That was weird. Probably nothing, you know, nothing dodgy or anything, but if something happened, I don't know where it was. Could have been just because I've noticed when my bike's stationary, you're just standing over it and it moves a bit, the brakes sort of squeal a bit. Maybe it was the brakes pressing against the cells on the wheel or something, I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. I don't know what that noise was. I thought I just heard someone shout something. And this was me. Right, okay, listen carefully, people who are watching this video. Put your headphones on if you haven't got them on already, and let me know if you heard anything just a few seconds before, as I'm speaking here. Go back about 10-15 seconds. It sounded like somebody just shouted something. Like, I might be wrong, it might have been something else, but it stopped us there for a minute because I heard it, but I didn't hear anyone say it. I mean, I didn't hear what they said if it wasn't. I definitely heard someone though, or something. Now I have just reached what used to be Wardley Colliery. I made a video here a while ago in daylight, and it's hard to see, but I've just been looking through the fence here, and this used to be a paintball site. You know, where you go in with the paintball guns and you try to shoot each other with paintballs. Well, it looks like the building's gone. I can't see it. It's very dark. Like, I turned my torch in as best as I could, but it looks like the building's been demolished completely. So, can anyone confirm that? Is the paintball site gone now, is it? Because if it has, I've still got video footage of it on my channel here, if you would like to have a look at it in all its glory. I mean, it was a clapped out building to start with. You know, it was pretty much it was derelict, and there was no windows in it or anything, I don't think. But I think it had a roof on some bits at least. But it was a demolished building, like semi-demolished, you know, in bad shape, like the type of building urban explorers like to go into and stuff, you know. So yeah, unfortunately, it looks like it's gone. So does anyone know if they're going to build anything else here? And if they are, what are they going to build? So I don't know what that was. But I'm only here to have a look at the what used to be the colliery, you know. That's all. I'm not here to cause any disturbances or anything, or upsetting anyone or anything. That was weird. Anyway, things happening here that I'm not expecting to happen. That was weird. Now what's that? Across the bridge there's something. I think it's just light shining on the fence or the bushes or something. You probably can't see on here, but yeah, probably nothing. But anyway, as I was saying, it's a pity they've knocked that down, like, but I know the fence makes it look a bit like Colditz, you know, the concentration camp thing, that barbed wire fence and all that, and wire fences, you know. There's some noises over there, but it could be with the wind on the fence rattling things. I don't know. So anyway, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna leave here now, and that's my brakes making the noise. Just in case you were wondering. Well, that was kind of interesting. Don't forget, check that footage, wind back a bit, listen. There's somebody or something said something, or some sort of noise. There's nothing else here. There's nobody here. I don't know, there's something in the distance, but it sounded like it was just over about 5, 6, 7 foot in front of us or so. I don't know. Let us know if you hear anything. Let us know if you heard that sound back there. It was like a voice or something, I don't know. Let us know. Put in the comments if you heard something and what you heard. If you can tell what you heard, that is. And if you couldn't make anything out, but you heard something, let us know, okay? And I'll be eternally grateful to you for that, okay? Right, let's move on. I'm not going to stay out much longer because me lights might be going to die. And I don't want that because I've got quite a long way to go back, you know. I can't even talk properly. It's freezing out here. It messes with your lips, like season up, you know. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, well, I kind of got a little bit lost because it's a long time since I came up here on the bike. It's ages ago, and I was trying to find like Pelaw metro station area, but I forgot how to get there in the dark. It's a bit tricky, so I've decided I better call it a night because it's so damn dark and it's freezing cold and my nose is running like a tap. And after hearing something up there, I didn't expect to hear that. I didn't know what it was, but like I say, please check that bit of footage when I was outside what used to be Wardley Colliery. There's something, someone shouted something or something when I was standing there talking. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you do hear it, can you please let us know? Okay? And let us know what you hear if you hear anything. Right, so I'm back at that bridge that goes across the metro line at the minute, and I've only passed one cyclist on this path the whole time I rode up here, and he had some very good lights on. I was almost gonna flag him down and say, "Hi mate, can I just ask you what sort of light you're using?" But he seemed to be in a hurry, so I thought I'd better not. And he had lots of lights on. He had one on his hat, at least one or two possibly. He had at least two or so on the back and 2 or 3 on the front. He was lit up like Blackpool illuminations, I can tell you. So he would have no problem seeing where he's going. But having said that, with my trusty zoomable torch, which I've got taped onto the front of my bike, it's still doing a pretty good job at the minute. So hopefully it'll stay bright enough so I can see ahead of us to get back home, so I don't run over any frogs, hedgehogs, people, or anything else, or hit any bricks or anything, you know what I mean? Because if you can't see a thing in front of you, it's entirely possible you could crash into something, including a fence or a wall, or a person, like I say. Anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this little video tonight on my trip up to Wardley here in Wardley Colliery, or what used to be Wardley Colliery. And I guess I'll be heading back then. So unless anything else happens on the way, I'll see you next time. So bye for now. Ta-ra everyone. See you later. Have a good night or a good day wherever you are. So ta-ra now.